And we're live. I don't know why I like doing that. Good evening, everyone. Like I did last time. Yeah, that makes sense. I'm going to start this stream myself because I have two small little things I want to cover. And I've just been watching Cognitive Thoughts stream with some guy called Jack and MGTOW. This is not related to the subject I'd intended to cover, but holy fuck, that is amazing. If you want a good chuckle, that's the stream you want to go to. The guy basically said, because there are 15% in American schools, 15% of the teachers are male. Oh, my chat's low down. Why is that there? I'll correct it. Because 15% of teachers are male, we need more male teachers. We need to deny women their jobs. And it's the same argument presented in the reverse for STEM fields. And he agreed. And when he was asked and pressured repeatedly by COG for an excuse, he said, because boys need role models. Because men can't, police officers can't be role models, because politicians can't be regarded as role models. Which has caused me no end to the joy it brings me. And hello Diskanar, Sayumi, Laura, and whoever it was a minute ago that typed. Sorry, I was too busy in my own head for a second. Anyway, it made me laugh quite a lot because this MGTOW idiot called Jack is basically spouting feminist rhetoric, but the other way round. Simply reverse the genders. Well, it amused me anyway. Right. What was I going to do first? This. Right. One of my patrons put this on Discord. And we'll start with this image. Women's empowerment from a man's point of view. Yep, the triggering. It happened. It was delicious. Which led to the event being cancelled. What the interesting thing for me here is there have been multiple talks about men with all women panels that have gone unopposed. And the same could be, but the same cannot be said for when a male discussion happens with men as a panel on men. Yes, and it seems to not go quietly because it's considered misogyny. It's one of those old. It's like a running joke right now. Anywhere there's a male space, women want to invade it because while they had spaces of their own, they fucked it up and want to take the men's one, under the guise of it being misogyny or representation. There being some nonsense reason to feel the need to invade a space that isn't yours. I'm quite happy with people having separate gendered spaces. If people want to have racially divided groups, that's up to them, although I would argue that's more divisive than gender. It's certainly one for debate. What do you in the chat think? Oh, why is this not working? Damn, work. That's right. Yes. That's one of two things I wanted to cover, by the way. I'm gonna go to the other one in a second. I think it's quite interesting that, and I think there are quite a lot of videos that have existed where we have seen, you can't have a sausage fest, where we've seen those sausage fests happen. You stop to say hi, you can't keep me entertained tonight. How dare you, Laura? Don't matter. Hope you have fun, whatever it is you're doing. And it seems interesting that it doesn't seem like people are willing to, I don't know, treat people fairly. Or at least, it's like the Boy Scouts thing. Girls have their own version, which is only for girls. But they want to be a part of the Boy Scouts for America as well. I just don't get it. In fact, actually, maybe that MGTOW and COG stream should be moaning about that. I mean, he might have some points there. If he wasn't talking about or using numbers and using really vague numbers and terms. I guess that's just sad, really, isn't it? What was the next one? Oh, yeah, right. See if I can get this to work. Really? Not gonna work? That's right. That's right. Yeah, so. Okay. This was also linked to me on Discord. So there's a professor that believes that algebra geometry perpetuate white privilege because of emphasizing terms like Pythagorean theorem and pi give the impression that math was largely developed by Greeks and other Europeans. But it wasn't, and most people know this. Most people know quite a lot of mathematics was developed. In fact, the word algebra, I'm going to go into, actually, I'll just pop these points up before we go back to the article, because I did actually jot them down. The word algebra is literally taken from Arabic. It was adopted in the West, anyway, in certain Western countries, in the 16th century. It did exist before, but I don't think it counts when you associate algebra with fixing bones. And of course, not of course, but it will pop up again. The origins are heavily debated, and it was always thought that Al-Khwarizmi, I hope I didn't butcher that, came up with it. But it is argued because of rhetorical algebra used by ancient Babylonians that they may have been the progenitors. But the Al-Khwarizmi is considered the father of algebra. He's Arabic. Where is white privilege in that? I know you could possibly argue that because of how well we've adopted it, used it, and how well we have developed mathematics playing quite a large part in this. You could argue that, but it just shows that we're, I don't know, a bit more focused. Certainly as religion became less important, we put more time into science. The same cannot be said for any nation that is, maybe America. Let's go with the same cannot be said for those that abide religions that are centuries behind the rest of the world because they're not willing to let go of the more conservative aspects of their faith that tie them to the ground while the rest of us use planes. Unless, of course, those people decide to use planes to crash them. That's yeah. Right. I don't know why I left 5 and 6 on there, but it doesn't matter. Back to the article for a second. She also worries that evaluations of math skills can perpetuate discrimination against minorities, especially if they do worse than their white counterparts. That is entirely means assessed. You can correlate the results, but it doesn't change the fact that it's not some racially motivated reason to outdo someone. It's can you imagine that, sitting next to a Chinese guy and being like, I'm going to beat you because... No, I'm not going to beat you, fuck that. It's not going to happen. Your parents would beat the shit out of you if you lost. My parents would be like, meh. Anyway, I'm done with this. Oh, no, not that. Grumble. There it is. Right. So, I'm going to hop onto my general voice chat. If you're on my server anyway, and you want to chat, feel free to hop on there. Let's see if Discord's good. There we go. Speak, Discord. You're not going to speak, huh? I can't hear you. Nope, can't hear you. Wonder why that is. Did I fuck something up? Nah. I haven't muted you. Maybe I should. Yeah. Don't want to tell me how you are then, Discana? Nah. Oh dear. Well, while I figure that out, oh, I can actually talk about something. I was watching with my nephew because he's adorable. I was watching Dread, the 2012 version, not the Sylvester Stallone version, because that is pure heresy. And I was watching some of the, took some screenshots because the avatar artist who did the one you can see, the one you can see now, she mentioned she's having difficulties with the. I can't hear you, Sayumi. I don't know why. Maybe I have to like pause stuff for a second. I don't know. Usually Discord just works. I can't hear it. Maybe if I put earphones in, I can actually hear shit. Let's find out. Professionalism. Where's my earphones? There it is. Okay. No, I still can't hear you. Cry. No, I'll do. No? Still nothing. Oh, that's interesting. I wonder why that is.
Now we can't hear you.
I can hear you both now, though.
Okay. Yeah, I can hear you now too.
Victory! How are you, Sammy? Jay told me you went.
Hi, Omega.
She told me you were going through some tough stuff.
Yeah.
No, I'm not going to press for that because I know there's a stream coming for that.
Yeah, I'm getting. I'm doing better now.
Yeah. Well, I'm glad to hear that because I don't like users.
Yeah, me either.
That's what it sounded like.
Yeah, it was very pretty toxic.
Your voice has changed.
It has. Oh,
yeah.
I have a headset on.
Oh, really? Right.
Yeah.
Sounds really clear.
Yeah, I'm not using this. Oh, thank you.
Yeah. Nice.
Yeah, you're actually coming through better than Meg.
Get fucked. By the way, if all goes to plan, I am going to be doing Left 4 Dead again tomorrow night. But it'll be from my...
Yeah, don't worry.
I'll be there in the chat cancelling it up.
Yeah, I'll be there. I'm sure there'll be moments like the beginning, between the beginning and the end.
Bear's pointing out that I'm really quiet. I've got 3 settings on this mic. I'm just going to change
Oh my god, it's quiet as fuck.
No, you're actually coming through quite clearly now.
Is this any different?
Well, not to me anyway.
You sound good to me, but I don't know how it is for the audience.
Yeah, nor do I.
Fuck the audience.
Let's have a look because it's done through OBS. I'll have to look at the these. I can't actually elevate it any more than what it is. No better. Right. Well, I'm just going to change it back, and you're going to have to suffer until I figure out next week how to do this. Suffer. They can hear me. That's all that matters. What am I doing? Oh yeah. When are you doing that stream?
Yeah, you're doing your stream.
Saturday.
I'll have to get. So you have to DM it to me because I want to listen.
Okay.
I don't typically get involved in drama, but if I watch it from the distance with popcorn, I'm at least.
It's not going to be very. Like the first 20 minutes or so is when we're going to be talking about it, but then after that, it's going to be like just chilling and shooting the shit and kind of stuff like that. Because I don't like the whole thing to be drama and stuff because it's
once you got your points across,
drag. Yeah.
May as well chill out.
Yeah.
So what have you been up to, Discana?
That guns now saying that. Me, the usual. You know, nothing basically. I've not unfinished eating some lovely mini pizzas because this figure doesn't. You know, it takes work. You know, it takes work and it's not easy.
I don't want to judge you, but I'm going to.
Yeah, judge me all you want, mate. I've got my yeah, just take the piss out of me. I don't care.
It's okay.
If it's
I
funny,
did
it's
a
funny.
stream not so long ago, and Hal thought I was he assumes I look like Hagrid in a onesie. So someone on Twitter drew the picture of me or Hagrid in a unicorn onesie. I don't know if they finished that.
Yeah, I saw that.
If they finished that, I want
That actually
to
looks like,
put it on my desktop or something.
if once that's finished, that should look pretty decent actually.
Yeah, but I can confirm I don't have a unicorn onesie, nor do I look like Hagrid. It's not a good look for anyone.
I don't think you.
Not for this
I
face.
don't picture you as somebody who's all, hair all wild.
Oh, well then you're in for a bit of a surprise there, I guess.
Really?
I don't really brush. I live by the ocean and it's always windy. If you brush your hair, you may as well just give up now. You end up with hairbrushes stuck in your hair.
Oh, I was thinking more. You had sort of like the Captain Picard sort of hair.
Jesus Christ. I am not bald. Fucking hell.
I didn't think old.
He doesn't
Picard sort
have
of
any hair.
Yes,
Hair on his
he
chest
has like
is not hair on
around
his
the
head.
sides. It's quite a while. He has like the hair around the sides.
That,
Sort of
you know
thing.
what that is? That's drawing with a white pencil.
I don't know.
You may as well not have any hair at all. It's embarrassing. Dear, oh dear.
Well, yeah, that's what my brother does. He just shaves it off now because he ended up with the Captain Picard sort of hairstyle.
I was talking to I was on Beard Barian's stream last night, and somebody mentioned they knew someone with and I mentioned if we're going to cut all the hipsters' hairs, not hipsters, hippies, we should also go for the dickheads who have top knots. And one of the guests mentioned they had a friend who had a top knot to hide their bald spot. I'm like, if you're having to, it's like a comb over, but it's one you can't ever take off. If you have long hair or you like having long hair, but your head disagrees with you, give up. Unless you want to go down the hair transplant route or whatever shampoos it is people use to, get.
I agree with me.
Either do that or just give up. Because if you can't pull off long hair anymore, just own the baldness. Just own it. I know plenty of people who are bald and they seem to be quite happy with it. When you slap them on the head, they just tell you off a little, that's all. Gee,
My eldest brother, he
Sort of.
the one just above me, he likes to, after my brother's had a fresh shave of his head. My other brother, like when we meet up, he'll stand behind him whilst my other brother's sitting down, and then like the head massage sort of thing, and he'll do that, and he's like, "Oh yeah,
Oh
right."
yeah, that little that thing with
I
all the
tend to
round dots, balls on the end, sort of stretches around, the wiry thing.
Yeah, but he does it with his hands, taking the piss.
Yeah. That's pretty sad.
Well, no, it's quite funny actually when you see it. Anyway, back to your hairline.
My hairline.
See, look, Viper even thinks that you got thinning hair.
Does she? Well, that's lovely of her.
I know it's going against your morals and your all that sort of crap. I use the wrong word there, but look, if you look in the chat,
I would, but I can't be bothered. What's in the chat?
he says it must be the squid avatar. I've always thought
Megan had thinning hair. Right.
He?
You just lost your wrench.
And Dectran is saying, shave your head.
You just lost your
Omegon
wrench.
doesn't sound like somebody that has thinning hair.
Thank you. You just.
Well,
yeah.
I went for thinning hair because he said about it being really windy. At first, I thought he was going to have like a really gel thick sort of side parting.
The wenches.
I bet Omegon has luscious hair.
Sorry. Luscious, yes.
I bet Omegon has luscious hair.
Yes, that's right. Boost that ego.
I thought he had like a greased over, side parting sort of thing. But then when he said about the windiness, and that's what I thought.
I used to have curtains for the longest time. I was talking to Beardy about it last night because I used to undercut my hair, right? Just because it was too thick otherwise, and in the wind, it just no, just don't bother. I know guys who have similar long hair who straighten it, and I'm like, why do you bother doing this? You look ridiculous. Just give up. It's lose 1-0, not 2 there, Viper. Yes. I don't know what to say to that, actually. Oh, I was actually on that subject. I was talking with my avatar artist about the dread thing, which I was talking about before I got confused by the audio issue. She's having issues putting the helmet on, which is kind of important because reasons. But her excuse is because my head's too big. But as she's already decided, the head skull doesn't have a bone in it, so I don't know how she's struggling to just squish the head into a helmet that's slightly smaller, so it doesn't look like I'm carrying a massive mushroom on my head. Maybe Irate Bear's hearing this different, Dali. By the way, Bear, if you're free, you're welcome to hop on before you do your. Oh no, you'll be doing your
Ghost Poo.
I think it's at 11, isn't it? Is it a 10 or 11?
11.
Oh well, he's free to jump on if he wants to.
He was doing his own live stream not long ago.
Yeah, I know, because I saw Cogs in the recommended next to his. And then I just listened to the Cogs and I couldn't stop laughing. I don't generally make it a point to laugh at people when they make fools of themselves too much, but, well, this guy. Some MGTOWs just... You have to abuse them.
I was listening to Cog, but then Bear turned up and it's like, be better entertainment. And so I went,
listen to me, I'm more entertaining than Cog shouting.
Yeah. Oh yeah, if it was Drunken Uncle, that'd be easy to swap into him. He's funny as fuck, he is.
I noticed, I've spoken to a few times, he's alright. I noticed, oh, actually, there was something else, actually. There was a video I chipped in on with a few others about SJW types and Woolly Bumblebee, someone I've known for a long time, who was once a funny person. She did a near 3-hour response in a stream with her husband. Yeah, it was pretty cancerous. That was embarrassing. And then you saw a couple other responses. Didn't really care too much. I love that Kevin Logan mentioned the biggest contributors to the video, and then he says he disregards the rest. All but one have more subscribers than him, and he likes to cherry pick his the people he wants to engage with, I guess. And I think Wooly got into a disagreement with Sinatra about this, and it kind of devolved a bit. But it's interesting because I really want to see them have this discussion.
Oh, Sinatra was it was streaming, I think last night, was it? And he actually whilst he was streaming about, because obviously they offered to say, oh, if you want a conversation, then come onto our channel and blah blah, with their rules or whatever, and so I think Misa as well said okay to it, but Sinatra actually tweeted him last night and was like, I'm willing to do this sort of thing.
Yeah.
And they were saying, oh, why are you so desperate to talk to us and blah 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 blah.
Well, then he misgendered someone, and I'll be honest, he just put she on Mikaea, I think it is. And she got triggered as shit, and so did the rest. And I'm like, I just don't. It was an easy mistake to make. It's not like he actually went openly offend Mikaea. I don't actually know what gender Mikaea is. I'm guessing male then. I don't know. Sorry, if you ever see this, McKay, I actually don't care what your gender is. No offense. I'll put that there. There we go. Nice and lazy.
Too lazy to edit. Beautiful.
Yes.
Can I be the lazy word? Sort of descriptor for me.
What if that's the case? Then Xiaomi's the word edit. There's something wrong about that. I might just be too easily amused by that, I guess, though. What am I doing? Oh, yeah. I don't know what to talk about now. I covered everything I wanted to. Gotta be interesting. Oh, yeah, I'm finishing up. Now that I finished this week's video, I guess. I'm going to do a Halloween one for next week, so I've got to keep pressuring Christina to finish the Avatar, because I want to do a Halloween thing. And I've been trying to practice a Dread-style voice, but my voice... I can drop it, but not on par with Carl Urban. It's not the same. But I wanted to start with a monologue like in the Dread film. And when I was going to do Halloween themed stuff, I still am, I guess. Maybe. And when I saw Wooly stream, in my head I was like, your response to my section was incredibly childish. I pointed out one simple fact about Kevin Logan and said I thought his response to me was cute. And they spent quite a long time on it. And I thought, in the Dread film, they start with a monologue about America is an irradiated wasteland. And I thought, if I do a response to her video, I'm going to start with, the woolly bumblebee's face is an irradiated wasteland. With a nose that stretches from Boston to Washington. Her nose is pretty big. Viper Soldier, welcome to join, by the way. Honestly, it's just Discord.
Maybe get old Barbarian to do it, because he seems to be able to put a good old deep voice.
I might, well,
and he's got that bit of gruffness to his voice.
Maybe. So the lines in the Dread film are, America's an irradiated wasteland, stretches from Boston to Washington. I can't remember the rest, but I had in my head these amazing insights. But then I realised the majority of my audience don't like it when I'm being really nasty. I don't know why, but every time I do, I get told off for it. I feel like I'm being...
Oh, you've been naughty.
I think people assume when you try to be nasty, like Family Guy when they take the piss out of us, the British.
Yeah.
That sort of, that's the sort of, sort of character they think you are.
Yeah, I guess because most of my humour is quite dry. Which, again, ironic, I guess, with the whole moist thing. It's not natural. Dali, you're welcome to join, mate. Just hop in the voice chat. Anyone can if you're on my server. And I think I've only ever abused 2 people. One was asked for. It was Bearing. He asked people to insult him. So I just stood my avatar in a room surrounded by bearskin rugs and said, "I've met your parents." And then, the other one was probably Tyler Street, some faggot from like 2 years ago. Absolute dickhead. I don't even know how to describe him because he's a bit of a weirdo.
I think I've heard of that person before, and
he was on an Accent Overlord stream, Goodfellas, Skeptor, Dr. Random Cam, and they invited Sargon in because Tyler wouldn't stop talking about him. And very politely, clearly doing it for laughs, he just proceeded to trigger the fuck out of Tyler. Which I think was pretty damn good. Hey, Dali.
Hello.
How are you?
Yeah, I'm doing well at the moment.
So I think it's the first time you and I have ever spoken.
Yes, it would be.
Well, it's nice to meet you. I'm not editing extra images for this. I just can't be bothered.
Oh, there's 4 of us. 4 words. There we go.
Oh,
yeah,
well,
in fact, I pointed that out earlier in the chat.
I would point out that since I occupy the avatar space, you need a fourth person, so 5.
Good point. Good point.
Yeah. Sorry.
I
so
wanna
I'm sure
say-
someone will join.
Sorry?
Your artwork, Omega, for the artwork for the stream or whatever is very adorable.
I'm just glad it actually looks okay.
It's so cute.
Yeah, Christina,
You really need a
the Charmander
background for
onesie.
it.
I don't have the slippers though. I need to
Mhm.
get those slippers.
Yes.
I can't see that being an easy task.
Oddly enough, you can get them on eBay. My sister, she bought a green pair to go with her boyfriend's dragon onesie, which is also green. And there are some
wow.
orange ones. Because I think she was looking at blue ones to go with my Cookie Monster onesie, but I kind of thought, I wreck slippers. I don't know what it is, but my feet just destroy them. And I don't wear the Charmander onesie that often anyway, so I mean, if I'm going to go for a matching outfit here, may as well go for those. Actually getting closer to the time of year where I can get away with wearing them and go shopping in them. It's pretty funny. I went into a Tesco dressed in the Cookie Monster onesie with the Cthulhu ski mask on. Got some very strange
Oh
looks.
wow.
Very strange looks. And I did
I
get
want
asked
to
to leave,
thought-
yes.
Oh.
Yeah, you're not allowed to wear pajamas
Why
in
would you
shops.
do that?
You're not allowed to wear pajamas in shops. In Tesco, anyway.
Oh, bollocks. I've seen women walk around in bloody onesies through the town centre.
Oh, town centre's one
hell,
thing.
you-
But excuse me. Yeah, Tesco.
Just
A couple
because
of
they
years ago.
can.
Sorry.
I'd say just because they can doesn't mean they should.
Hello, Skog. How are
Well, that
you?
seems to rectify the issue of people, us being short of people.
Hey, you fixed
Yeah.
it.
There you go.
I thought you were playing Left 4 Dead 2.
I left it open in the background by mistake.
Oh, right. I'm actually going to be playing that tomorrow night. Hopefully.
Yeah, sounds fun.
Yeah, I'm going to try and do the next mission on the list, I guess. I'm going to
Yeah.
be really bad.
So the second one,
I think so.
I just finished playing that one.
I know I've completed the whole thing before, but I know it was quite a long time ago on the Xbox in like 2012, if that's
Easy
when the
mode.
game was out. Or was it the first?
Easy mode?
2008, I think.
Sorry?
On easy mode.
I think it was 2008 it came out.
Yeah, no, not easy mode. It would have been on normal, with a couple of university pals. So yeah, 2012 would have made sense.
2009's when Left 4 Dead 2 came out.
Oh, that's okay then.
Yeah, 2008
You
is the
just
first
typed
one.
that in, didn't you? I know that my friend Benny,
Of course.
he does some gaming. He doesn't do Left 4 Dead anymore, which is a shame. Or maybe he does, but he doesn't record it. He does that thing where the one team, the survivors, the other team are the monsters. He loves that, which I'm not.
Versus mode.
Yeah, I'm not so keen on it.
I've played it a bit on some streams when there's been too many people to play regular mode.
Well, if I don't have Llama tomorrow, would you be up to joining?
Yeah, sure.
Oh, well, I'll message him again, but if not, it'll be me, Sith, Laura, and yourself. If I can't get Llama, and if Laura can't make
Yeah.
it, of course, you're like a substitute. Although I could probably just sub you in for me because I'm really shit. I'll take all.
Really? You're shit at the game.
I'm shit at
I
that
want to
game.
guess.
Just at that game. First-person shooters are not my thing.
I spent the first level of it on. I streamed some of it just. I spent the first level of it trying to play PUBG instead of Left 4 Dead.
Oh, really?
So I just put my flashlight on and off instead of opening doors, and like looking at the ping instead of trying to find stuff on the floor. It's just
That sounds productive.
embarrassing.
I've actually just finished
I'm not-
installing, which took 32 gigabytes, which for me is quite a big file. Rainbow Six Siege, because I was a huge fan of Vegas 2. I'm really looking forward to playing this tomorrow. So I got the whole day off. So I'm like, I'll just go get some chocolate, get some popcorn, put them both to one side, and then just start playing a video game.
Sounds good.
Yeah, I
What
might.
are you thinking of playing tomorrow?
Rainbow Six Siege. If I can't and I need to, because I'm on the final mission, complete Dawn of War 3, which I have concluded is a very disappointing game. Doesn't require skill.
Yep.
You can just mob the enemy. The final mission, you are just the 3 leaders of the Space Marines, Eldar, and Orcs. So there is some skill involved, but the missions before were just pointless. You can mob
That
anything.
sounds.
It's Dawn of War 1 again. I thought we moved past this.
I like the Space Vault missions on Dawn of War 2.
Oh yeah, those are good. Oh yeah, they have really good terrain for what do you call it? I guess online matches. I can't remember what the name is for it when you play against people online in those maps. Annihilation.
Multiplayer.
Not multiplayer. They had a different name for it, but they had like
I
Annihilation.
mostly just played Last.
Sorry.
I mostly just played Last Stand on Left 4 Dead 2. Not Left 4 Dead.
Did you ever play as
Dawn of War 2.
Did you ever play as the Necron that was given for free?
Of course I did.
He was a
Because
monster.
Necron Master Race. Yeah. I preferred the Crisis suit.
Yeah, I had a Tau, level 3, 3-star elite, level 20. With the
Yeah.
I did manage to get my hand on the, there's a ability. The only way you can get it is to kill all 3 doppelgangers within 5 seconds of each other, and I managed it once.
Nice.
Never again, just once. It took me about 1,000 runs, but I got that fucking ability. Worth
Nice.
it. The first time I ever played that, I stupidly played as a tactical marine, then found out that was a mistake.
Yeah. My favourite thing on there has to be the vague memory of someone going, you're only a level 1, you'll be shit. And I went up to level 5 after one game. Because that was my 3-star. It was my just turned 3-star level 1.
Oh, what a noob.
So I was massively elite, did 1 level just with the basic equipment and got to, I think level 19.
Yeah.
Just destroyed everything.
Last Stand is fun. I might reinstall Retribution just to play that again.
I should probably uninstall some of them at some point to free up some space on my machine.
I got about a terabyte. I've got free, so I don't mind too much. Can't install all the games I have, but get some of them on there.
I need to defrag at some point.
That sounds like effort.
Yeah, leave it overnight to defrag.
Oh, by the way, I'll have to at some point show you a picture, but I did finish filing and painting the Judge Moist badge, which I've got in my hand.
Oh, nice.
Oh.
Yeah, Skog 3D printed some Judge Dredd badges for me, and some say Skeptic Clone trademark on, because I asked for that, and one says Moist. Which is what my avatar, the Halloween costume, will have on. Judge Moist.
Are you going to be? Yeah, so I say Judge Moist.
I think I just did that as an extra, didn't I?
You did, just the one. You sent me the small one that you pulled. That was too small, and then the other Skeptic Clone ones. I talked to Sophane about this. He really wants one, so if I can get to VidCon next year, I'll take them with me and give them to a few other creators, including Sophane.
Oh, cool. So if you want any more, my printer's being a lot more reliable in my new house. Like the climate's more stable.
Oh, you moved now?
So I can do like 8-9 hour prints.
That's brilliant.
Yeah, I moved up the road. I gotta move again soon though.
That sounds like a lot of effort.
Yeah, so considering I've still got my hernia and effort is not a thing I can do.
Can you not have that fixed?
It's be a lot of effort for somebody. Not yet.
Actually sucks.
It's been a lot of effort for someone.
Right. Is there any chance that will be fixed before New Year, or you're just going to be okay with it?
At this point, I don't think it'll be fixed before New Year. Which does mean that the Hanakek meetup I have planned for December, I can't actually drink at, which is going to be annoying.
That sounds unbearable.
And potentially
now.
not even. So.
How can you go somewhere and not drink?
Well, I opened a can of cider last week, took a sip out of it, and then got instant reflux.
Really?
Yeah, even on my meds, I've gone off them now because they were fucking me around still. I can
Right.
basically fry up some Nutella, and like I can't eat potatoes
Oh, Nutella
because
is
they make me
disgusting.
feel horrible.
They do
Well,
there's a pastry thing in town with Nutella in it. It's a turnover. It's oh no. No. Sorry.
you're entitled to your opinion, but you can be wrong.
when I was a child, we used to get lots of corned beef sandwiches. But one day, my family went into Lidl's and found Nutella. And for a whole month, we had those in our sandwiches for school lunches. I think we now know it's like
Now the question is, you don't want it cold, not in the sandwich. That's just
right.
Ugh.
Well, that
Toasties.
experience, much like when your parents try to stop you smoking, so they make you smoke a lot to put you off it. Well, that doesn't work. But eating Nutella for 30 straight days does.
that jar went a while. The worst one is when someone makes it with butter as well as Nutella.
Oh, when they put the margin there's oh my god, like it needs a lubricant. Oh my god.
Horrible.
Yeah, Toasties or between digestive biscuits,
I've got some digestives.
or
next to
in
me.
like porridge or something.
I've got a pack of Banoffee caramel digestives next to me.
You bastard.
Yeah, I bought them yesterday and I forgot about them till tonight, and I was like, I'm hungry. Oh wait, I said I'd stream today. Fuck it.
I went food shopping today and I bought biscuits and that was it.
I found those in the
Because-
co-op. They're brand new apparently, the flavour.
All right.
But they cost
I
$1.79
will
for a
have them.
packet. I was like, that's a clear rip.
Oh, fuck that noise.
Oh, McVitie's.
Yeah. They are very expensive
Yeah,
for a
they-
packet of biscuits. And being British, we Brits, we really like our biscuits to dunk in our teas or coffees.
Oh, biscuits are,
Yes.
I love
It is-
biscuits.
Oh yeah? What's your favourite?
Mhm. I just like any kind of biscuit.
I get a lot of shit.
I
Chocolate.
usually like.
My favourite are ginger nuts, and I get a lot of shit for that.
It doesn't
Chocolate.
sound too bad. It sounds pretty good, actually.
It sounds like I like ginger
Chocolate,
guys' testicles in my
hobnob.
mouth. Chocolate
I
hobnob.
only
huh?
eat one or two of them.
Every time I hear someone say hobnob, I can't help but think of Rowan Atkinson saying hobnob in I think probably in Blackadder or Thin Blue Line. I can't remember. But he just
Oh, a good thing for biscuits if you like split it in the middle and put butter in the middle or margarine, and then put bacon in the middle and eat it like a sandwich. So good.
I just
You
have
don't
to
have biscuits that big.
I just have to ask: are you a 400-pound man?
I do it on occasion.
My question is, what biscuits are you using?
Actually, that's a good point.
Like buttermilk biscuit.
Oh, thank God! I honestly thought you were going to say pink wafers, and I was going to cry.
No.
Dear God! I give those
Pink
biscuits
wafers
you
on
put with
biscuits.
bacon to my nieces, and now I'm tempted to now get some bacon and do that for my niece and see if she'll eat it. I think she will.
Is this the vegetarian?
It's delicious.
Sorry, Skog.
Is that the vegetarian one?
What, buttermilk?
No, your niece.
No, she's the lactose intolerant one, so she can eat pig. Which is good because bacon's good. Yes.
Bacon.
It is.
I might have bacon tomorrow. I've got the day off. Yes. All I have to do is walk about 100 yards to the shop, to acquire it. That's 100
Uh,
yards
I-
more
Seems
than
like
I
too
want
much
to-
effort.
It is 100 yards more than I want to walk tomorrow.
Oh, have you thought about online shopping? Obviously, you got to sort of do it in advance, but save you having to go to the shop.
That still means you need to actually move.
a lot
No,
of
you don't
me-
actually have to.
I mean,
Do
twiddling those
is
thumbs.
obviously you order it online. You open when they turn up. You just open the door, your front door, let them in. They can actually carry it in for you, and I think in some cases
I'll be
even put the
honest,
stuff away.
I'll do it if they cook it for me. And by cook
Nah,
it,
I
I
don't
mean
think
grill
they
it,
cook
because
it for
honestly, if you put it in a frying pan with oil, I want to kill you.
I don't have a working grill. I have to fry my bacon.
I'll let you off. I like crispy bacon.
Bacon's usually best though, if it's around like little sausages or
As I have 3 Brits here, I'm going to say black pudding, yay or nay.
No.
if it's the actual, if it's the full English breakfast, then yeah. Other than
Not a
that,
fan.
Dally?
I have to ask, what's black pudding?
Pig's blood.
Not a fan.
Awful.
Pig's blood?
Pig's blood.
Yes.
Pretty much.
It's a giant
Wow.
scam.
By the way, right, so on the second of the streams I've been
Doesn't
called
sound
on,
too bad.
oddly enough, that'll come up in a minute. I had Sophie and Poisoning Well on the stream with me. When they arrived, after we talked about comics, we started talking about other stuff. And Sophie mentioned that around the time I was 15, he was staying in an area called Red Hill. I grew up around Red Hill. I know Red Hill incredibly well. And what a bellend. He went to a pub and for dessert ordered black pudding. Because he's a fucking idiot.
So he saw pudding.
Exactly.
He saw the word pudding and thought,
Yorkshire pudding is better.
No, what? It is. It really is. Especially with sausages and gravy in it, yes. But
Yes.
You have Yorkshire pudding with custard if you're like a degenerate.
I never tried that, but I won't knock it until I do. And
It's really good.
can you imagine the reaction though? He's sat down. He's asked the barman or the waitress in. Oh, it must have been the Sundew. No, the Sun in Red Hill, near the pub. It's the only one that I could think of might be a gastro pub. He went in and asked for black pudding, and you guys then bring a plate over with a slice of black pudding. It's not like he's asked for cream or custard with it, but he's found out the hard way that he's just ordered fresh pig's blood. Sorry, freshly cooked pig's blood.
but it's not like not all wet and stuff. It's
I actually know his pain. I've done some similar things in the past. By the way, Carlos, I actually know your pain with the NHS and dental surgery very well. I had to wait a whole 2 months to have a double extraction of 2 molars I broke right at the back next to my wisdom tooth. And I promise you, for paying £53, the service I got, I could have gotten my brother-in-law to do for free. Because I went to see a quote specialist. Little did I know, the specialist was clearly an expert in torture. Didn't numb it.
Did
just-
they say which species they were specialised in?
if you want
Yeah.
instant, if you want to actually just walk into a dentist and go, like pull it out or fill it or anything like that, and you want it done that day, what you want to do is, I'm not sure if you know this, but there is actually things called emergency dentists.
Yet there is, unfortunately, the
Right.
services they provide are very limited. That's the only problem. And for things like my extraction thing I mentioned, where I had to wait 2 months for this, after I cracked one bloody tooth, to then have teeth ripped out. But the guy needled it, he didn't numb it first, he hit the nerve straight away as well, that hurt. And then when he wrenched the teeth, he just went full on. Didn't loosen it, the way you're supposed to do it. You're supposed to loosen the tooth. You meant to ease it out gently. Nah. Someone didn't give this cunt the memo.
Do what?
You're not supposed to just wrench the tooth. You're supposed to apply pressure lightly and increase the
Twist.
pressure over time.
Twist each
Oh
way,
yeah,
probably.
yeah.
This
Like,
cunt
move it left,
didn't get
right,
that
up
memo. This cunt just went, right, I'm putting both arms on this and I'm leaning into you. Bastard. Bastard. Yeah.
That's making
Honestly.
me squirm.
Well, by the time he was done, I was ready to confess to any crime he told me I committed. Bastard.
Wow.
Emergency will actually do fill-ins. I know this because I've been to them a few times.
I think they've changed the program actually because I couldn't get them to do some services. It also, it might also depend on region because they're not very consistent either.
I heard in South America you can get like good dental stuff, but for like very cheap.
Oh yeah.
Like for what it cost here, it's like a quarter there. So like if it's $30,000 worth of dental work, like here in the States, it's like, you know, 13,000 or 12,000 there.
I love that. There's a common running joke about British people and their teeth. My teeth, minus that incident, my teeth are great. They're in good condition. I look after them. I brush them. They're not deformed, yellow, crooked teeth. Because I know what a toothbrush is. But every American I've spoken to about this running joke says, yeah, Americans know better. Why can't we turn this on them yet? When can we take the colonies back?
Well, depending on where you look in America, there's like a lot of people that just have shit teeth.
Let's just say Alabama for the sake of it, because surely if they're inbred, then, you know, there's some defects dental-wise anyway.
Yeah, the only good teeth they have is like the ones that they have to take in and out before bedtime.
Oh dear. What is the worst teeth on the planet? Japan. They got some of the worst teeth I've ever seen. Although
Oh my god, and the thing with Japan, they think that looks cute. Like, they'll purposely, like, get surgery to, like, screw their teeth up because to them it's like having, like, crooked teeth is, like, cute to them.
Yeah, it really isn't. If you want to see something even worse, I won't pull it up because it creeps me out. But there was a picture in an article, and I swear it's done its rounds before, of a dentist opening up this person's mouth, and the gum line is filled with maggots.
Oh, ugh,
Now you know why I won't pull that
that's
picture up.
horrible.
Might be someone in India,
Yeah.
I reckon.
Ugh.
Wouldn't surprise me.
Wouldn't they just fall out?
You'd think that. What is that person doing to retain them? What are they eating?
Not the maggots, clearly.
Or if they are, they're not doing a very good job. They're supposed to chew. Instead, the maggots are having their way with the gums.
The one I've seen with maggots was I think it was Russian, and the ex-girlfriend decided to get revenge, and so he put maggots on the pillow, and he went to sleep, not knowing obviously they were there. And there's a video of him, and it's like a good chunk of his, you know, you can see his skull with these maggots, you know, still chomping away at the skin on his skull.
Those aren't regular maggots, though.
Yeah, they're not.
No.
I've fallen asleep with a spider in my t-shirt, just because the spider went in there when I went to put it on. But I've noticed it straight away, and then summarily flailed all my limbs around to get the spider out. Then to take the shirts off and start jumping on it because I thought that was going to work. Not scared of spiders.
Clearly.
They can live wherever they want, just not in my clothes. Is it too much to ask?
Yeah.
Oh, they probably thought, you know, help flies away from you.
Sorry?
Help keep the flies away from you.
You'd think, but I
No.
just don't have issues with flies anyway. Because I have an electric tennis racket. I think flies now have learnt their lesson. Come near me, I cook you on an electrified tennis racket. And I don't just zap to stun, I hold the button down. I wait until I hear the popping,
Where's the
crackling.
fun if you don't?
Exactly, right?
Oh yeah, that's how it's meant to be.
It doesn't make me a bad person.
No, it's what those racket things are for.
Yeah,
But if you haven't got one of those, then it's a rolled up
I've
newspaper.
noticed, right, you can get really expensive ones. Very fancy and elaborate. The one I got came from Poundland. I promise you, that thing cooked meat. It could actually cook stuff on it. It's like a portable barbecue. I don't get it. But it was very, well, it did its job. Yes. Don't ever replace the batteries on those, though. The bloody thing looks like it melts the batteries, too. Yes.
Slightly concerning. Only slightly.
Well, it is Poundland, though, to be fair, isn't it?
True.
I've been a Christmas temp there, and I wouldn't sell half the stuff they sell to my own family. Oh, we'll just buy our Christmas decks here. It's really cheap. Yeah, no, don't. Don't do that. Stop enabling.
Well, it depends how
Poundland.
much you hate them.
I tolerate them. I still need them. For now.
So as soon as you don't need them, then send them off to Poundland.
Yeah, as soon as I'm no longer interested and no longer require their services, yes, by all means go to Poundland. Have fun. I'll be at your funeral. Don't worry, I'll send a card. I won't be at the funeral. Fuck you.
You can recommend stuff.
What is that? Maggots actually clean.
So what time
the
tomorrow
wound.
are you?
Sorry.
What time tomorrow are you going to be streaming your Left 4 Dead? So I know when to.
Well,
arrive.
ideally at 9:30, and then just the one. We'll do like just the one mission. That one like last time, just the one mission. Hopefully.
That's 3 though,
9:30,
didn't it?
finish like 11ish, which would be good for me. Carlos, yes, maggots do clean wounds. But what wound already existed in someone's mouth that they had a crater in their gum, enabling maggots to exist and live in there? I mean, I could actually pull this person's teeth out because I could see where the root ended.
Ugh.
I was actually
horrible.
Why, though?
I was eating porridge when I was looking at this article, and I stopped after like 2 spoonfuls. I couldn't eat any more. I felt so sick.
Oh.
I kind of wish that when some publications put out these articles with these images, they put like some kind of pixelate the image, have the title with it, but don't show the bloody image, because the image is what kills it. So,
Should give you the
April
option to
surprised
either
me.
keep it blur or actually, watch it and see what it actually looks.
yeah, I guess so. Yeah, I'm
Seems to be the only thing that they want you to man up about.
yeah. Anyway, let me think. Anything else interesting happened recently? There was. Oh, hang on. There was something, wasn't there? There was going to be a debate. No, there wasn't. No, I can't remember. Fuck it. I'm done. Fuck it. There was something
Fair
interesting.
enough. I'm still waiting for caramel M&Ms to come over here.
We have Rolos.
I've had
Rolos
coffee
better.
M&Ms.
Caramel M&Ms are weird.
I've had coffee ones. They are amazing. And I've had cherry ones too. I had a patron send them from the States to me. It was worth it.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, I really enjoyed the caramel M&Ms when I went over there. But came back and found out, oh, they don't sell them here.
Yeah, we don't
Found
sell
out why
a lot
later
of the
on.
sweets, which is a real
Oh.
shame.
Mars, which owns M&M, can't actually keep up with their inventory for the caramel ones in the States.
Really?
Yeah, my girlfriend's father works over there, and he works for M&M, and they've been having huge shortages of caramel M&Ms.
Right. I need to try these now. I'm gonna
Yeah,
try
they're
these.
really popular over there at the moment.
Oh, caramel's a nice flavour, so it's interesting. I'll have to see about getting a bag at some point. After I've acquired
It's an
a
American caramel.
Oh, never mind. I'll just focus my
Yeah.
energies on obtaining this Timmy mallet and that that Timmy on the tranny badge.
Gotta get that mallet.
So, Amy,
That
did
mallet.
you see the image I put on Discord the other day? On Monday. It was an image of a badge that says Timmy on the tranny.
Yeah.
Okay.
No, I haven't seen that.
There is some context. It is in the general chat. If you scroll up now, I found the badge by chance when looking at this old children's TV presenter Timmy Mallet. He had this pink mallet called Pinky Punky, and I want to get it because seriously. But if I scroll
Oh,
through
I
his-
see it.
I scrolled through his merch, and that was there. And it turns out it was an old radio show he did in the 80s. That's all it was. It wasn't any kind of slight or insult aimed at people who are trans at all. It was just transistor radio. That was all it was.
Oh,
He sells them. I want one.
oh, nice.
I want to see how triggered someone gets when they see someone wearing it.
I would wear that.
I'd wear that. I might go to my university soon and in full-on like brown suited cosplayish wear that badge and see what triggers them first. Because my university is very delicate these days.
I feel sorry for you.
It's okay. I graduated long ago before it actually started.
No, but now your degree's tainted by their reputation.
That is quite true. Now, when you argue about safe spaces, it once was the university. Now it's, well, we need rooms to protect minorities and women's
Well, I guess
reasons.
it'd be different if they just saw whenever the year you graduated from university, be like, okay, well, this person's good. They graduated before everything went to shit.
Yeah, we know this is when the infection began. We're getting closer to finding out who the real culprit is. It's like American universities are an absolute joke. Some are being requested to give out their to publish their admissions because it is believed quite a number of universities, certainly the more renowned like Princeton, are abusing certain affirmative action programs and are in fact discriminating against other people, other groups, to look like they're very progressive, all the while abusing federal funding and in turn people because of gender or race, but not the races you'd expect, of course.
Oh, did you hear about the Conservative MP who requested professors who were teaching European affairs recently?
No.
No.
Oh, he was asking for a list of professors and also access to what they're teaching. And it's quite amusing because people are saying he is both being McCarthyist and also a Leninist simultaneously.
That sounds possible.
I didn't see the big deal about that.
It wasn't even that.
Like,
Horribly
universities write their own syllabus, so...
Yep.
You know, and if the government had a complete list of all the staff for each thing, that's a lot of bureaucracy. Whereas if you just ask the university nicely, I don't know.
There was a
I don't see why it's...
there was a thing in the papers today about a Labour MP who said some more stuff. Women must be shown the respect they deserve. Oh no, that's not what he said. That's what someone else said. What did he say? He's been suspended. Go figure. It's a Labour MP, but he's been claimed he's been sexist, racist, and homophobic, And I need to find out what he actually said. Oh, what were his comments? Scrolling. I've got to find this.
Oh yeah, in the Discord, there's a new article actually about the MP's Brexit inquiry.
Right.
Including a copy of his letter, which is quite nice.
Oh, right.
I read
So
the letter.
his offensive slurs on his racist post is Paddy Power, let's beat the Dargos. I might be a ginger, but at least I don't practice bestiality like you Danes. Up yours with brass knobs on pig shaggers? Yeah, they blurred out most of the words, so I had to guess shaggers. His sexist post, girls allowed. I advise you to sack Sarah and the remaining 4 members. Come have an orgy with me. On Pop Idol's 2003 victor Michelle McManus, she only won because she was fat. In March 2017, he allegedly called bar worker Sophie Evans an ugly bitch after he went on a date. He went on a date with her. And his rape slur on the pop star Jamie Cullum. It would be no great loss to the music world if he was sodomized with his own piano and subsequently died of a sore ass. In fact, it would be quite funny. Okay. I'll abuse the Labour Party for being quite anti-Semitic, but Danish people aren't a race. Okay. His remarks about girls allowed. Okay. He advised you sack all the members of the band and have sex with him. That's not sexist. That's just funny. And he calls them all fat.
Oh, the
That's not
BBC
sexist.
wouldn't even say anything about it.
Nah. And
Well, the
Jamie
BBC
Cullum
had
thing.
an article, but they wouldn't say anything he said.
Well, I have what he said. It's beautiful. And the rape slur. I'm sorry, hang on. The rape slur is to sodomize someone with their own piano. Men can't be victims of rape, remember?
Oh,
Oh, that is absolutely fantastic. I like this MP already, only because of this.
Me too.
he was on the Equalities Board as well,
Yeah, I just saw that.
which he's resigned from.
Wow,
Yeah.
really? Oh, amazing. Love it.
No, they're European affairs. It's not dedicated to Brexit, but it's considered a European affair, so...
Yeah, but that's all the article is written saying, and it just... I think the BBC might be being unimpartial.
Oh, what a shock.
Holy shit. I'm not totally wasting all my money on this? Wow.
Yeah, I read this article, and I might have to read it again because I don't understand what their point is.
They're saying what he did is akin to the communists trying to control what people are being taught.
What,
Or at least
by
that's what I got
asking
from it.
What it is they're teaching.
I'm not sure if it was this article, but there was another one where they were saying it was there was a university admin who said it was a Leninist position or something. It was... I'll try and find the original
It's not
article.
like he's gone, I would like you to supply me with the names of professor your establishment who are involved in teaching European affairs with reference to Brexit, so I can send them to gulags.
You know, they're essentially calling him a commie fascist, right?
Pretty much.
Yeah.
And there's the original article. Anger over Tory MP's Brexit hit list. Brilliant.
They wrote another article about it that is almost the same.
Pretty much, this one just has quotes from other people.
And some tweets.
I think the subject of Brexit is quite important. I don't really care, though, what universities teach.
Yeah, but why would you... The universities aren't going to be teaching about Brexit. There's not enough of it. Nothing has really happened yet.
It will at
How
best
do you get a
become
degree out of
a
it?
historical event. That's what it'll be at
At
best.
best, it's a module of why, in a politics thing, of this is how you don't.
Sorry, I'm eating
Harvey
biscuits.
Weinstein may be stripped of CPE. May.
Hey.
There are a lot of stories
is the
about him, but I haven't
CBE?
paid much attention. Is there any like concrete evidence that he did anything he said that people have said he did? Is he like admitted
I'm not
to
sure
it, at least?
because it's pretty much he's admitted to some things and not others, and
Ben,
it's a huge mess.
he spent a week in a like psychiatric rehab place or something,
Oh, yeah, then said
and
he's
they've
cured.
gone, no, he's fine.
There was one of my patrons messaged me when all that Harvey crap went down, and I hadn't paid attention to it, but she posed the question: do you think that this makes Hollywood look like a rape culture? I didn't know how to answer because this shines a very shady light on Hollywood, and there have been many claims over the years about and claims are just that, claims, but it's getting enough steam now that it's going to really be, well, Hollywood's going to be put under a new lens, isn't it? So it makes you wonder, is Hollywood a rape culture or not?
Hollywood's using him as a scapegoat for everything at this point. That's what's going to happen.
Hollywood does seem like one hell of like an entity unto itself. Nothing's bigger than Hollywood, after all.
True. I found the quote that was about Leninism in this article.
Or read it.
It's someone called Lord Patton. He's the Chancellor of Oxford
he is.
University. Yeah, extraordinary example of outrageous and foolish behaviour, offensive and idiotic Leninism.
Right.
Why
Yep.
is what? Yeah.
For those that don't know what
Yep.
Leninism is, I'm just going to read the Google thing. It is the political theory for the organization of a revolutionary vanguard party and the achievement of a dictatorship of the proletariat as political prelude to the establishment of socialism. It's really not.
So the Conservatives want to put in socialism.
No,
Seems
the
legit.
really interesting thing there is the Labour Party currently are socialist. Jeremy Corbyn has been an
Yep.
unashamed socialist for 30 plus years.
Oh, then there's the Vice Chancellor of the University of Worcester saying, when I read this extraordinary letter on Parliament paper from a serving MP, I felt a chill down my spine. Was this the beginning of a very British McCarthyism?
Mm-hmm.
This was earlier, and this is like less than 2 paragraphs apart from each other.
Do you think the person who wrote this is retarded or has some form of Down syndrome? Because I do think they have something wrong with their head when they wrote it.
I think they're leftists.
Right. I think that falls into the bracket of retarded at this moment in time.
Yeah, pretty much. There isn't even is there a name? I can't see a name anywhere on it, so I can't tell you.
It'd be at the top if there was one.
No, it's just political. It's UK politics. That's all there is. It's
That's how committed they are to this article. They won't even put their name to it.
Your article is like totes amazeballs. So much amazeballs that your name is not there. So I can't tweet at you and shame you.
Well, the additional one was by Robbie Meredith,
Ooh,
the Northern Ireland educational correspondent.
Twat.
That's because it was
Ulster
actually
University.
a response from the university. That's the official response. That's depressing.
That is depressing.
I think its response is, we'll sort it out. You've made the request. It's not unreasonable. It's just they want to know what the information is. And if the government's not allowed to find out what the information is, then... What?
Yeah, I think he wasn't even writing as part of the government. He was writing as an MP at the end of the day.
Yeah. And they could have told him to fuck off.
Well, that seems to be what everyone's done. There's one tweet here. I'll send Theresa May my lectures if she releases all the Brexit impact studies her government is sitting on. Transparency,
There was a... because I watch PMQs. Not so long ago, Ian Blackford, the current leader of the SNP, asked if there was another Brexit, would the Prime Minister vote? Which way would the Prime Minister vote? And I think she could have answered the question, because it doesn't change the result. It wouldn't. There's not going to be a second vote. It's not happening. But she was a Remain voter. I think she'd still vote Remain because she understands that would have been, in her mind, the best way forward. But she can also explain that, regardless of her vote, it's not happening. It's totally fictitious. It doesn't matter. The fact is, we're leaving. Get over yourselves. Oh, and to the former mayor of New York who still thinks that Brexit was the biggest mistake behind Donald Trump being elected president, get fucked.
Let's put it this way. When I was at school, there were a couple flat-out communists who were also vegans. And yeah, my first thought when they told me they were vegan and communist is, well, at least we know who's going to die first when they take over.
Oh, I kind of wish I had the Russian national anthem right here, commie tunage. Oh yes.
Oh. No, but when they were going on about how Brexit was so terrible and how it was an offence to human rights, and
I agreed with quite a lot of people that said that it should never have gotten to a public vote. I agree. But the negotiation capabilities of all the Prime Ministers, Cameron and up to John Major, were utterly abysmal.
Oh.
Amazing. Yeah, but they all lost. If you look at John Major's history with the EU, Tony Blair's, who had fuck all experience before he took head office, no joke, none at all. Then you look at Gordon Brown, and then David Cameron. They all lose powers. They all give them up. So you're supposed to represent us, and you're forfeiting our powers. It's not surprising that we are so resentful. Sorry. You out of touch.
Resentful is a bit of an understatement.
I kind of like to downplay it just so people can scream in their head, if they want to. I just blame
Fair
John
enough.
Major. I just start with him. I'm like, if you can credit Margaret Thatcher with anything, it's the fact that she genuinely didn't give up any powers. She didn't give up shit.
Well, she'd get the term Iron Lady for a reason,
That's
I guess.
the only credit I'll give her, though.
I always thought the name the Iron Lady's a bit ironic, seeing as she shut down half the mines.
Yeah, there is something funny
They were
about
coal
that.
mines.
I don't know if they're all coal
Not
mines.
all of them were coal mines. Tin and iron mines as well.
Yeah.
Now that's amusing.
There were quite a few tin mines shut down.
Oh dear.
Yeah,
When stuff gets too expensive to mine and people want to get paid even more than you can get for it, then
well, if anyone's heard about the tungsten mine down in Devon, then it's an open cast mine. That's the amount of money it's bringing in. And people complained, but it didn't go anywhere.
I like tungsten.
Yeah, I can't remember. Is it the largest tungsten mine in Europe?
Don't know.
It's
Don't know.
tungsten mine Europe. Yeah, it's one of the top 10 tungsten mines in Europe. So it's pretty massive.
dims light bulbs.
Yeah, I mean, it's also one of the most expensive metals out there. Well, one of them. Not quite at the top, but
It's a cool metal. Well, I prefer its previous name, Wolfram. Come on.
Yeah.
Admit, if you tell people a
Yeah,
metal
pretty
called
awesome.
Wolfram sounds much better than the Swedish tungsten.
Yeah, I quite like bismuth as far as metals go. It's an interesting one just due to how its crystalline structure forms.
Yeah, I can be on board with that. Right. I think I'm going to end this stream here, by the way, because I'm getting really sleepy and I've been up since 6 a.m.
No,
Fair enough.
Wow.
Sweet, fuck it.
I was just going to say, I like potassium oxide because it's okay.
I once got to drop a small piece of cesium into, and I wasn't told what would happen. I was only 12, but I got to reach around and drop this small piece of cesium into a like, pool with massive glass jar, the massive ones filled with water. I was not told what would happen next, but never in my life have I run so fast out of a door in my life, screaming, "It wasn't me, I swear down."